All right, guys, I want to explain what we're going to do this week. First of all, the main concept that I want you to take away from our workouts is something called drop sets. Now, I'm going to get into that in more detail, okay, in just a minute. But first of all, I want to just kind of tell you how I broke down the workouts this week. So, we're going to be doing 2 upper body workouts and 2 lower body workouts. So, total of 4 workouts this week. And I want you, of course, to stagger them back and forth. Now, I'm not going to tell you what particular order to do them in. I don't care. You can start off with legs, then do upper body, legs, upper body, or the other way around. But this is how I'm breaking things down. Upper body is going to be a push day, and we're going to also have an upper body pull day that I'll show you in a different video. So for the push upper body, I got 3 different exercises, and I'm going to explain why I came up with these, okay? So we're going to start off with incline dumbbell presses. That's focusing on our chest, okay? Then, after doing 3 sets of that, we're going to move on and do some tricep push downs, which is our triceps, of course. After a few sets of that, we're going to finish up with some lateral shoulder raises. So the 3 main muscle groups on an upper body push day: chest, shoulders, and triceps. Now, why is that, you ask? Well, guess what? When you're doing a bench press, all right, you're also engaging your triceps and your shoulder muscles, okay? All right, so push day is a real simple way of explaining the muscles that are engaged anytime we're doing a pushing movement. Matter of fact, when you're pushing like this, you're getting triceps and your shoulders. When you're doing an overhead military press, that's a push. I'm pushing the weight up. I'm getting my triceps and my shoulders, okay? Even when I'm pushing down with some bands, okay, I'm working my triceps. That's a pushing movement, all right? And you're getting some chest involved in that also. So anyway, that's how we're going to break things up today. And now I'm going to talk about the primary concept for the entire week. All 4 workout sets this week are going to revolve around doing drop sets. So guys, drop sets are a fantastic way to just up the intensity level. And it's a great way to kind of take it to the next level or push yourself, to the next step. And it's because when you see me do these, you're going to see the old no pain, no gain effect kick in. All right, so the concept is we're going to pick a weight that's heavy to do for 10 to 12 reps, just like a normal set, okay, on whatever exercise. I don't care what muscle group we're talking about. All right, you go to near failure, right, because that's how you pick your weight. You pick a weight that you can just barely do 10 or 12 reps, whatever the workout calls for. Then immediately, with no rest, you drop the weight to a slightly lighter weight and immediately do the same exercise again to failure, which is typically about 5 reps. And then I'm going to do a double drop set. Then I'm going to drop the weight again to a slightly lighter weight and no rest. Keep doing that same exercise until failure, which is typically around another 5 reps. So guys, it's a great way to engage both your type 2 and type 1 muscle fibers. Remember, we got fast twitch muscle fibers and slow twitch. And drop sets are fantastic for hitting both muscle fibers, okay, with very, very little rest. It's very intense. And another thing that we get out of doing drop sets is because of the metabolic intensity that's required to do this type of an exercise, it sends signals to your brain and it triggers your body to increase its production of hormones. And primarily, we're talking about growth hormones and testosterone. And those are 2 fantastic hormones that we really want to get as high as possible, especially at my age, okay? So when you're in your 20s, you got crazy hormones. Those are the good old days. Now that we're getting older, we need to use every little trick in the book, okay? And that's what I'm going to show you this week. All right, so the first exercise today is incline dumbbell press. I'm going to show you how to do it, of course, with the drop set technique that's really going to push this exercise and make it super difficult. So pick a weight that's difficult for you to do, kind of in the 10 to 12 rep range, okay? I don't want you to use a real lightweight that you can knock out 20 or 30 reps, all right? So I'm going to have you basically follow along. I'm going to show you how I do it, okay? And then afterwards I'll stop and talk about it real quick. So this is just a traditional dumbbell incline press, okay? 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so with as little rest as possible, I'm going to drop the weight down to about 25% lighter weight, and with as little rest as quick as possible, get back up here. 1, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna get down, drop the weight again. All right, so this is called a double drop set. I'm dropping the weight twice. Here we go. All right, this is the last one. Oh boy, all right, that's it. So, let me finish up real quick. Just explain what's going on here. So, it's hard to talk after drop set. First of all, I'm feeling a real burn now, okay? That's because pushing the muscles actually past fatigue, okay? So normally we would stop after 12 reps, catch our breath for a minute, then do another set of the same weight. Not with a drop set, all right? Keep on pushing, and what happens is you build up a lot of lactic acid, okay? That's the burn, all right? That's the no pain, no gain that you've heard about for decades. All right, so lactic acid is one of the things that triggers your body to ramp up production of all these hormones that we really want, okay? And that's also where the type 2 and type 1 muscle fibers all get involved, okay? So you're getting the fast twitch initially with the heavier weight. Then when you get really fatigued, it starts calling on some of those type 1 slow twitch muscle fibers. And remember, slow twitch can also be grown also, okay? They can get bigger, but they don't grow nearly as much as type 2, the fast twitch muscle fibers. So, guys, I love doing this technique. You gotta use it sparingly though, okay? This is not something you wanna do on every single set of every single exercise in a workout. So traditionally, I like to basically get fatigued first. So I would have you do 2 or 3 sets of this exercise first, just the normal 10 to 12 reps, okay? And then on your last set, the 3rd or 4th set, I want you to do a drop set just like I did. Tricep push downs. It's going to be our second exercise for the day. Once again, we're going to do some burnouts, okay, with some drop sets, double drop sets. Some of you guys may even want to try triple drop sets, okay? It just depends on your fitness level and what kind of equipment you have, how many different weight sets of dumbbells that you have, okay? So these are really good to do with bands, okay? I love doing triceps with bands, especially when we're at home, okay, doing these workouts. These things are fantastic. So I got a combination of bands on here, okay? So I've picked a resistance level in advance that I know is going to be difficult to do, about 10 to 12 reps. Then, after that last rep, I'm going to be fatigued, okay? I'm not going to want to go on, and I'm going to take off the skinniest band, okay? So I'll be down to 2 bands then, and I'll knock out another 5 or 6 reps. And after that, I'll be fatigued again, and I'll drop the next skinniest band, okay? And I'll finish up with another 5 or 6 reps. So guys, just follow along here, and then I'll kind of sum it all up when I'm done. So I'm just going to start off with really good form, okay? I'm going to knock out about 12 of these. All right, so with as little wasted motion as possible, I'm going to take off the lightest band, okay, at both handles, so I'm balanced here. Now, let's knock out another 6 or so. 1, 2. All right, taking off the next lightest band. All right, here we go. And then we're gonna finish it up. Okay. All right, just real quick, man, I got a great pump going. That's another thing, guys. Besides the lactic acid building up and that pain that you're feeling, you get fantastic pumps when you're doing drop sets. That's kind of one of the benefits. So, before you do this drop set on tricep pushdowns, I want you to do about 3 sets, maybe 4 sets of just regular old normal 10 to 12 rep sets. You do your set, you rest about a minute, do your other set. So, once you get to the very end, after 3 or 4 sets, I want you to finish it up with that drop set technique that I just showed you. Okay, guys, the third and last exercise on our push day is going to be lateral dumbbell raises. Now, we're focusing on the shoulders. Now, remember, we did chest, we've done triceps, and then the final major muscle group on push day is your shoulders. And guys, this is my favorite go-to exercise when it comes to shoulders, especially at our age, okay? And the reason being is so many of these young guys, they love to do overhead presses, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. That's a great shoulder exercise. But at least for me, and I bet for you too, it tends to put my shoulder in a somewhat awkward position, okay? And it doesn't hurt bad, but it doesn't feel great, especially if I go too deep. So when I'm doing presses, I like to stop about here, okay? But when you're doing lateral raises, you're in a completely different scenario. Your arms are down low. You never go higher than this, okay? And I get a fantastic burn in my shoulders without making my shoulder joint hurt at all. So, and this is also probably the easiest or most efficient way to do a drop set is with these lateral raises. I love this. Okay, so starting off with a weight that I can only do about 10 to 12 times, all right, just like everything else. I'm gonna knock out some really good form exercises. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and with very little time. Okay, I'm trying to keep my rest to a minimum here. I'm going to drop the weight down. All right. Let's knock out another 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's do another drop. This will make it a double drop set. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. Ooh. All right. Great burn. Okay, the lactic acid is really kicking in. Shoulders are probably my favorite muscle group because you can really make them burn, and they're so small they don't just kick your ass. Okay, so when you're doing drop sets on legs, you're gonna feel really miserable. Okay, these little muscle groups, shoulders, triceps, no big deal. Get a fantastic burn. Now, guys, one thing a lot of you are gonna think or ask is, how much weight do I drop? Okay, so whatever muscle you're working, it doesn't matter. Try to drop the weight by about 20%, maybe 25% each time. So the easiest example is if you start with 100 pounds, right? You can do that math in your head real quick. So do 100 pounds 10 times, drop it down to 80, knock out 4, 5, 6 reps, drop it down another 20-25% from 80 to maybe 60 pounds. All right, knock out 4, 5, 6 reps. That's a good way of doing it, okay? So doesn't matter what the exercise, what muscle group, try to lower the weight roughly 20 to 25% every time you drop it, and that will be a good rule of thumb. All right, guys, let's just finish it up here real quick, tie everything together. One of the other benefits of doing drop sets, okay, is just time efficiency. Wow. So you can get in a killer workout, okay, because that last set on every single exercise or every single muscle group, okay, however you want to think about it, is just a killer. Which means you don't have to do nearly as many regular sets, right? So be careful, you do not want to overtrain when using this technique, okay guys? Typically I want you guys to do it just on the last set of whatever exercise or muscle group you're doing. So let's say you're doing 3 different exercises for your chest, okay? Maybe you're at the gym, you're not at home doing this, all right? So I wouldn't necessarily want you guys to do a drop set on every single chest exercise, okay? You know, you might only want to think about doing it on the last chest exercise for that day. So it might actually be your 12th overall set, okay? Anyway, guys, fantastic way to get in at a killer workout, get that lactic acid going, and really up the intensity.